My first visit to a Taiwanese night market was a big culture shock. It took place shortly after I arrived in Taiwan about 5 years ago, and the experience has stuck in my mind ever since. The heat, the noise, the crowds, and the peculiar odors came together to create a sensory experience that seemed to have plunged me into a totally different world. Sally, my Taiwanese friend, dragged me around from stall to stall, urging me to try this dish and that. The whole evening was pretty overwhelming, and with my fresh-off-the-boat outlook, I had trouble taking it all in. As I adapted to life on this island, I came to realize what a central role night markets occupy in the local culture. I've been around the world, and I've seen similar street scenes from Bangkok to Bogota. Yet in Taiwan, night markets are a unique cultural phenomenon that embrace old traditions while providing a picture of modernity with a fast-moving and fashionably dressed young people that visit them in large numbers. Aside from a few very large sites, most night markets cover a relatively small area, yet they offer an amazing array of food choices. If you decide to eat there, it's advisable to take your time sampling the 小吃, little eats. Making up your mind which food stall to eat at may not be easy, so just go to one that has plenty of customers, a clear indication of good quality food. Bear in mind that you might have to endure a fair amount of waiting time in order to quieten your rumbling stomach. Whichever night market you visit, there are sure to be many delicious snacks to make your mouth water. Some of the more popular dishes, such as pearl milk tea and oyster omelets, can be sampled almost anywhere. For the more adventurous types, there are attention-grabbing specialties like pig's blood cake. Back on my first night market adventure, Sally had persuaded me to try a portion of stinky tofu. I was relieved to find that it tasted a whole lot better than it smelled. Now I make a beeline for the stinky tofu seller almost every time I go. My other favorite night market specialty is a bowl of shaved ice with sliced mango and a scoop of mango ice cream. Trust me, there's no better way to cool down on one of Taiwan's sticky summer evenings. There is so much more to a night market than eating. Many of them have fun games to play, such as throwing darts at balloons to win prizes. And they are fantastic places for those who are on the hunt for clothing bargains. Speaking of bargains, if you are a fan of haggling over prices, you'll definitely be in your element at a night market. Finally, when all the walking around gets too much for your poor, worn-out feet, a wonderful way to end the evening is with an indulgent foot bath followed by a relaxing foot massage in a comfortable armchair. You can even specify precisely how much pressure you'd like the masseur to apply. A visit to a night market is a must on any trip to Taiwan. As far as I'm concerned, you haven't been to the real Taiwan until you've made at least one trip to a night market. Best of all, there's no need to worry about the language barrier if you can't speak Chinese. Night markets in Taiwan are becoming very tourist-friendly, and there are signs and menus in different languages. Anyway, you can always resort to smiling and pointing to get what you want, and Taiwanese people will be more than happy to help you out. For the visitor from overseas who wants to acquire a deeper understanding of local culture, there's no more suitable place than a night market. Once you've gotten over the culture shock, that is.